Well, 2 years after the disastrous BP oil spill off the Louisiana coast, many Gulf Coast communities have bounced back. But that's not the case in Louisiana, where businesses are still suffering. Joining us this morning live via satellite from Grand Island, Louisiana, is Lieutenant Governor Jay Dardenne. And Lieutenant Governor, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Mike. It's nice to be with you.
You know, I think for a lot of Americans, it just seems like this was yesterday because the coverage after the spill went on for so long. Back in April 20th of 2010 when it actually occurred. Tell us, where does Louisiana sit right now in the recovery efforts?
Well, we've rebounded dramatically, Mike. Actually, our tourism numbers in the New Orleans area, for example, are up. But here in Grand Island, places along the southernmost coast of Louisiana, we're still struggling seeing marina operators, charter boat operators with their business down about 30%. And that's the significant industry along the coast here. And it's the one area that we're still dealing with and that we're hoping people will come visit Louisiana and put these folks back to work.
How do you try to attack this misperception that the fish in the Gulf waters are polluted, things like that? What is the state doing to help out?
Well, you've characterized it correctly. It is a misperception, and it's getting better, but there is still some sense that the quality of our seafood is not what it should be, which is absolutely incorrect. We have the most tested seafood literally in the history of the world. We've tested more than 300,000 individual items of seafood, every one of which is passed with flying colors. So our seafood is abundant. It's of the highest possible quality, and our locals are catching fish and shrimp and crab and oysters in record numbers, and we're anxious to deliver the message through visits with folks like you and with our advertising outreach effort to make sure people understand that our seafood is of the highest quality.
Can you kind of characterize the partnership? Is there still one going on between Louisiana and BP as far as the ongoing efforts are?
Well, BP has provided a significant amount of funding to the Gulf Coast states, and particularly Louisiana, to assist in our advertising efforts to see tourism return to where it was before the spill. For example, we got $30 million as a state for tourism efforts. Our Seafood Promotion and Marketing Board got a like number, and there's a significant amount of money for ongoing seafood testing. So BP certainly has been forthcoming with some financial resources to help us rebound, and it's in the context of potential litigation, obviously, and so this is a mitigation of their ultimate responsibility. But we've taken that money and used it well, and we've been very encouraged by the tourism response we've seen. It's our most Gulf Coast areas like Grand Isle here that we're trying to make certain return to full recovery, and we get our charter boat operators back working full time.
I was just about to ask you about that as far as the charter fishermen. I think you alluded to that, hundreds of them having to turn to other jobs. I mean, what else are they doing now? I mean, that's, you know, their livelihood being out on the water like that. What are they doing now?
Well, this is their livelihood. Many of them are anxious to return to doing what they do best, and that is lead folks to go where the fish are, and they're still hoping to be in that business. Many of them still are. Some have had to turn to other things, and our offshore drilling activity is kicked back up, and some are doing that. But what they really want to do is lead folks to where the fish are, and we're hoping that through our effort this spring we'll convince people that the quality of the seafood is great and that they ought to take advantage of the sportsman's paradise and take advantage of the greatest fishing you'll find anywhere in the world.
Lieutenant Governor Jay Dardenne joining us live this morning from Grand Isle, Louisiana. Thank you for your time and best of luck.
Thank you. Nice to be with you, Mike.